Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be looking at the Densha USB train controller for the PC. This controller is model number DGC-255 and it was released in August of 2006. I believe it's the last controller Taito made for the Densha series, and it's quite a unique controller in terms of the aesthetics compared to your classic Densha controller. First of all, it has one handle to operate the brake and accelerator instead of two that you find on the classic Densha controllers. Also, this controller is unique in the sense that it's actually a copy of another company's design. It's actually copied from a controller that was released on the PlayStation 2 called the multi-train controller, or MTC for short. That controller was made by a third party company, and it was made to play the Densha games, which look like this. This is an example of a Densha game. Also, it was made to play another train game that was made by Ongakukan, which used real video instead of computer graphics like the Densha games. So this is an example of those type of games. So yeah, that MTC or multi-train controller was made to play both of those games, and this controller here is near identical to that. There are a few differences though, and I'll go through those now. So this controller, as you can see, is black, while the MTC controller on the PlayStation 2 was grey. Also, on the MTC controller, it had some additional functions that are not present on this controller. First of all, it had a ATC button, which was here, which has been removed from this controller. Also, it had a reverser lever here, which also has been removed, because on the Taito Densha games, you don't need those features, so they're not present on this controller. Also, a feature of the MTC controller was that this center panel here with the gearing on it, though this could be removed, and you'd have different cartridges that you could put in here depending on which game you wanted to play. That function still exists on this controller, but there's no need to swap out the cartridge, because the games that took advantage of that feature are not available on the PC. So there's no reason to change this panel right here. Yeah, so this controller is quite heavy compared to your classic Densha Go controllers. It's about probably, well, it's about three times the weight of the classic two-handle controller, and it's very big. It's very big controller, very robust. It's very well built. Example here, if I pull this, let's see here, it's very solidly built. It's got a similar build quality to an arcade stick that you would use to play fighting games. It's very well built, very solid. Dimensions wise, it's just very big. It's not quite as big as a Xbox 360, but it's similar. It's a similar dimensions to that. So it's very bulky. We'll go through some of the features on it. First of all, you have this hole on the left here is for a watch that you could buy, like a round watch that would fit inside this hole here to keep time while you're going along on the train. It's a very expensive accessory. That's only really for the hardcore, but that's what would go here. Also, you have this LED panel here. I'm not really sure what it's for on the PC, on this PC version of the controller, because I'm thinking that it might be just a carry over from the PS2 MTC version, because when you first initially power it on and switch on your PC, all the lights come on here and then they go off, and then you're just left with a white light that's constantly on just to show that it's powered. So I'm not sure which game in the Densha Go series takes advantage of this whole panel. But that's here. Also, you have 4 action buttons here. So you, on the Densha Go games, they'll be set to like a horn. On certain games, like the Densha Go Tram edition, there's a tram version of Densha Go. You have a door operating. You have to operate the doors and make station announcements. So these buttons can be used for that also. You also have a D-pad here that you can use. So So like on some of the Densha Go games, you have the option to look around inside the cabin and things like that, or to navigate the menus. So you have your D-pad and then you have your start and select as well. So yeah, that's basically the main functions of this controller. Yeah, it's just a really good controller to use. I mean, if you want to play Densha Go games on your PC, then this is the best controller to get, because it's compatible with all the games in the series, and it's just very robust and very well built. I mean, it's not fragile in any way. I mean, it will last forever. What I will say is that one downside to this controller is that the USB cable, the USB cable here is quite short. It's only a meter long. So you would have to stay pretty close to your monitor while you're playing with it, and if you buy USB extension cables or something like that. Yeah, that's the only downside really. I actually also use this controller to play with another PC train simulator game called BVE5. I use this controller to play with that game because there's some drivers that you can download to get this controller to work, and it works perfectly, and it's really fun. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.